Are you ready?
It's gonna be a hot girl disco summer. I'm never doing that again. I apologize. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Here, let's fix it. Something cool. Are we live? Is this thing on? Hello? Is this thing on? Mic check, mic check. Shout out to Disco Ball Nation, the most beautiful nation of all the nations. I appreciate you guys popping by. We are live. This thing is definitely on. And we got a lobby here, guys. We got a lobby here, and it's a new freaking tournament. And I wish I had my slide up. This is what happens when I do other people's shows prior to doing my own. Yeah, I don't have a slide, but this is the Superflex. It's a $10 buy-in. $25,000 goes to first. $125,000 gets redistributed to all other placements. It is one quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and 1 super flex. So you could also potentially start 2 quarterbacks. And strategy is very important here. I'll be real. I'm not the greatest super flex drafter in terms of best ball because last year was my first time doing one. But I am good at fantasy football, period. And this is big draft energy, and we are going to have a massive draft and absolutely crush this draft. But before we do all that, we got to shout out Who Hames for having me on and just blowing my mind with all of his Superflex charts. Like, I didn't even think it was that deep and serious, but it definitely is. It's definitely that deep and serious. Jesus Christ. And shout out to Sleazebomb. This guy, he did 2 streams today because I don't know how a heat wave affects internet, but it's happening to him in Fresno, and God bless. But yeah, Superflex is here, and I'm ready to get weird, and I'm ready to get awesome. We got Willie86 at the 110, Jack Lucene at the 109, yours truly at the 108, Rabona King, RH Hacks at the 107, SM Army, good to see you, buddy. He's at the 103. Donkey from Shrek is a very sharp drafter. I don't know if he's tuning in, but he is a friend of the show and a friend of mine. He's at the 102. Very sharp drafter, and DB Betts at the 101. And we're on the clock of Mundo Brundo. I mean, shit. It's either Patrick Mahomes or just get weird. So let's get weird. Let's get weird. And if you guys could, please stop, take a moment to like the video. We have 24 people watching. Holy shit. Thank you for all the raids, guys. You guys are absolutely incredible. But we only have 12 likes. And I want to see how many votes we are at. I don't know how many votes we're at, but thank you guys all for tuning in. Please smash the likes. Our goal is to hit 30 likes or more. We really want the YouTube algorithm to pick us up. If you're one of the 14 people watching us on X, hi, my name is Disco. I like to party, and I fucking hate mock drafts. This is not a mock draft. This is a real money draft with real money implications. It is best ball format, which in my humble opinion is the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to build your rosters for depth. Each week, you start the following positions. In this one in particular, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, or 1 super flex, I should say. At the end of the week, the best overall performances will be applied to your weekly roster. So no more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades, none of that garbage. Get that garbage out of here! You literally just draft and forget unless you're winning a life-changing amount of money. So sign up today on Drafters Fantasy Sports. Use promo code DISCO to double your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And also, just like popped my larynx doing that. Patrick Mahomes is falling here. Just let it happen. Let it happen. Fuck! Never mind. We also have the premium, the guys Discord and Patreon. We got 3 tiers. We're going to cover things like top 200, redraft leagues, start sits, you name it. We got it. We're going to rock out. It's going to be awesome and biblical. We're also going to put our drafters, pick 'em locks, our best props in general. All that shit is going to go in there. So let me catch up with the chat because you guys have been popping. But yeah, if you're trying to take your fantasy football season to the next level, the guys' Patreon link is in the description. We'll even hold your hand during a draft. We'll answer everything. You got access to both Sleazebomb and my phone as well. So yeah, we'll be at your service to help you dominate your leagues. Superflex, finally, I'm fired up. Let's go, man. Let's get weird. I'm behind Willie. What's up, James Saw? Rabona King says, let's go, BDE. Let's go, Rabona Kings. Let's get it. Let's go, Young Pro. Broster with the Who Crew raid. Steve Shout with the hashtag Who Crew raid. How's it going, Steve? It's going good, man. I will say this. I am out of my element doing this this here tournament here on the Superflex, but I just if it's not Jalen Hurts, I'm going to push quarterback. So I'm curious to see what the vote gets at here. Hashtag Who Crew. Shout out to Kyle Ramrod. Kyle Ramrod, you were the original disco ball. What you talking about, Willis? Yo. What's up, Rabona King? Yeah, what they said. What's up, Andrew? And I literally got gushers and thought of you today, brother. Got gushers thought of you today. I have not had gushers since you tried to kill me with them. Missed the Q, shake my head. I told you pineapples in your stream. Sleaze, the links in your DM if you want to hop in. 101 in the building. Shout out to DB Betts, the greatest co-commissioner a guy could ask for. Shout out to you, brother. Like the new comic book style opening, solid, man. I appreciate that, man. It took a lot of thought, and Alex, the guy who did our intro, he was the only one. Like we interviewed so many people. We even got gypped from guys on Fiverr from Sri Lanka. Like, don't do Fiverr. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, man, he was absolutely phenomenal. Alex, I'll tell you his intro if anybody's interested. Sean Jr. McCafferty, what a fucking gangster name. It feels like this is like a WWE wrestler's name right here. He says, yo, gang, what's up? Guys, bring in your fantasy football questions. We got football tomorrow. There's going to be football tomorrow. Big D, what up, Broadster? How many drafts you got now, Brot? Brot, this is the only lobby you didn't make? What the frick? Where did they went to DB Bets? Heard. All right, we'll take JT here. We are playing with fire right now. We are pushing way too much. Disco, what's up, Bones? Good to see you, baby. I'm next to Disco Snipe Show is live. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, good to see you. Shout out to Dom Ask. Shout out to Bones. Good to see you. Team QB push for yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm not saying I'm a super flex savant. By no means am I a super flex savant, but in the leagues that I have won, and this is redraft, not best ball. Redraft, not best ball. I did like 3 super flex leagues, won 2 of them last year. So, and I pushed quarterback on all of them. Let's go, Dustin Stone. But typically, I don't go with running back this early. So I am kind of concerned. Well, we left Sleaze. Damn, missed it. It's all good, young pro. I might do a second one. We'll figure it out. Missed the queue. We might do a second one. He wave got Sleaze loopy and he just forgot to pay the internet bill. I bet that's the case, Bones. Too much money in best balls and pickle balls and pickled balls and fondling balls that he forgot to pay his internet bill. I agree 100%, Bones. Mossy with the disco. Good to see you, Mossy. And Andrew, it's great to see you, buddy. But you know, whenever you pop into the chat, buddy, I always have an ask from you. I always have an ask for you and from you. And I need a dad joke. I need a high quality dad joke. Make me laugh. Boy, it's been hot the last few days here. My guy, shout out to Hot Take City. I appreciate you, brother. Great follow on X. And I see that you donated a $1.99 super chat saying disco is my goat. You're the goat, brother. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. You didn't have to, but you did. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you. Shout out to the community. Shout out to you, James Saw. Love you, man. You're breaking my heart with potentially not staying long at the expo. Mock drafts suck. Mock drafts are stupid. 10 drafts get 1 free Superflex, by the way. That's good to know. Jack Armstrong, get that garbage out of here reference. Yeah, man. We've been doing it forever, but it is 100% Jack Armstrong inspired. If you're a fan of the OG Raptors, like the Chris Childs days, the good old days. Sleaze doesn't have tears. They evaporate as soon as they leave his eyes. So dang hot. Wow, that's a good one. You are absolutely correct, DB Bets. How far are you pushing QB? I think I'm done pushing quarterback. I think now I'm just going to take BPA at quarterback. I don't necessarily give a crap about correlation. In hindsight, like looking at other people's streams and other drafts and just the rankings, the running back values fall really, really well. But the last draft I did, I had almost no running backs. So I'm kind of like righting my wrongs in this draft, which is another mistake and potentially donation. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Blanca with the disco. Good to see you, buddy. And good to see you, Mount Matumbo. I hope you're having a great day. Been a lot going on, so I'm going to sit quietly and watch. Hey, brother, if you ever need to chat, you got my contact. I got you for sure. AP with the Superflex. Good to see you. We're gonna do a second. We might not do any roster reviews for what it's worth. We'll just draft. Where you at, Disco? I'm at the 108 here, brother. I got Michael Penix, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Puka Nakua. Shout outs to Big Draft Energy, the original Laporta supporter. Yeah, man. If you guys, Tim, where do I know you from? I feel like I know you from somewhere. And I probably didn't hear from you at all last year. But like, are you Fantasy Football Nonsense's friend? Shout out to Fantasy Football Nonsense. Even though he doesn't rock with us anymore, we still fuck with him. Fantasy football question. How important is the offensive line for quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end position production? What teams have the best and worst offensive lines? I know you were in the trenches when you played. Great question. Absolutely phenomenal. And it's everything, right? Because if you look at the production for the Miami Dolphins, for example, last year. Hold on. We got to lock in. Stafford. If you look at the production last year for the Miami Dolphins, everybody took a dip. And if you're looking at how efficient they were on the run, they were one of the worst teams. They averaged less than 3.2 yards per carry. No, less than 2.3 yards per carry. What was what I was trying to reiterate there. And because of that, it impacted their play action passing. And if you guys don't recall last year, we saw how terrible, and we called how terrible the offensive line for Miami Dolphins would be because they invested everywhere but the offensive line. They let two key pieces walk. One of them, Robert Hunt, ended up in Carolina. I forgot who the other guy was, but they lost two key contributors on their offensive line. And we said that Tua and the chunk plays are not going to be good. We faded Tua. We faded pretty much everyone. I'm not going to say I was in on Devon Achane either because I didn't think he was going to kill it as a PPR monster, but he sure did. Like he was a PPR killer. Fuck. Okay, George Kittle it is. That's fine. So yeah, we knew that CJ Stroud was going to struggle because the offensive line was going to be bad. So looking this year, which team do I anticipate is also going to struggle? I think CJ Stroud falls heavily into that category. I think somebody that a lot of people are in on, and I think he's going to regress significantly. Two guys I think are going to regress significantly due to offensive line situation and just basic touchdown regression at that quarterback position. One being Baker Mayfield. I think we're going to see a major regression season from Baker Mayfield. I'm sorry. He was phenomenal last year. I was out on him last year, but I'm definitely out on him this year. We're going to see significant touchdown regression from Baker Mayfield. He was just way too efficient. Like what goes up must come down, and it's definitely going to come down. And then we also are out on Jared Goff. Jared Goff's offensive line situation scenario has gotten significantly worse. Missing his center who retired, his right guard who's now blocking for Cam Ward, Tony Pollard, and Tajay Spears. This guy's an absolute road grader. I think that's also going to affect David Montgomery, and I also think it's going to affect the play action pass that, really benefited the Detroit Lions last year because teams had to stack the box because of how explosive David Montgomery was, especially in between the center and the right guard. And his left tackle could be on the pup, missing some time as well. So Jared Goff is another guy I'm out on, a guy I'm in on due to offensive line improvements. And yes, losing Joe Thuney does suck, but Joe Thuney was a left guard playing left tackle for the most part because the left tackle situation was absolutely terrible for Kansas City. The left tackle situation is far improved. They have what I deem to be the best left tackle in the class had he not gotten injured. I love Simmons protecting Patrick Mahomes' blindside, and I think we're going to see Patrick Mahomes air it out, light it up. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. So Mahomes to the moon. Mahomes is probably the best click at quarterback, and Willie's start here is biblical. Willie got Saquon Barkley at the 10, Patrick Mahomes at the 203. Nuts. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful stuff there, Willie. Great question though, Dynasty Fantasy Football Helper. BDE, I missed drafting main event. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm definitely going to start like drafting other drafts because it's nice to draft other drafts and not the main. It's nice to expand my horizon and get people who don't have the main max out budget in our lobbies that typically wouldn't max out the main or be able to keep up with us all the time. It's cool to draft minis. It's cool to draft this. But I think moving forward, starting next week, because we still want to, really attack the minis. Hold on. Waddle. Yeah, because we still really want to attack the minis. Starting next week, we're gonna put a vote before the stream on what you guys want to draft, and whatever the community wants to draft, and whatever wins the vote, that's what we'll do. I'm regretting not enough Laporta this year. I wish I had him ranked higher. He doesn't leave the field that much. Laporta's going to be great, man. Laporta's going to be absolutely phenomenal this year, and the reason why he's going to be phenomenal is because it's going to be similar to like the Jonnu Smith and Brock Bowers role. They're just not going to be able to convert on third and short and fourth and short like they have in the past, and they're going to need to play catch up in a lot of shootout games and shootout potential games because I think they have 11 plus games with 46 plus expected points total over, which is insane. And they're going to be outdoors way more than they were last year as well. So we're going to look at a lot of dink and dunks and garbage time receptions, PPR format. He's a smash click. All right, we're just going to get our third quarterback here. I'm going through it. It's like Aaron Rodgers would have been ideal, but I feel like he was gone. Who took Rodgers? Oh yeah, he went here. Yeah. So now we need to play catch up at wide receiver and wide receiver exclusively. And we're going to take some weird shot on quarterback in like round 20. But I think one or two more tight ends would be okay. Maybe two or three more running backs, and then we're okay. Wide receiver, we just need to attack like hell now.
Yo. Had to say what's up for a little bit.
What's up, buddy? Are you coming back or?
I'm coming back.
You went. Oh, you're back. Okay, cool. A huge piece of the Lions offense also. Thanks you also, Disco, my man Matamba. What state? Sorry, I'm Canadian, buddy. I'm in Canada. I'm in the capital of Canada. Rabona, we're even. You took my Tet Mac thing. Bye week trouble for QB3. No, I'm good.
How you liking the Superflex?
I do like it. I do like it. I'm learning that if I push running back, I'm screwed. If I push wide receiver, I'm also screwed. If I push quarterback, I still like the names I end up with.
I feel like you got to push running backs. The running back value is great down the stretch.
I pushed running back too much on Who Hames stream, and like my RB1 was Joe Mixon at 90. Cam Ward 11 for 26 passing attempts and 3 picks today. Hey man, that's what camp's for. That's what practice is for. This is where you fuck up and make your mistakes, right?
People always overreact to a bad camp day. I mean, look at Peyton Manning's camp and look at his first season. It's terrible.
Absolutely. What's up, Who Hames? Thanks for hopping in. We are going to do a second super flex, just so you guys know. We're not going to look at the lineups. We'll look at my lineup and then just queue up for another one. Yes, throwback to a couple years ago. Okay, I remember you, Tim. I've been getting more into the shows and stuff this year. So much cool content out there for best ball. Hell yeah. These are two of my favorite best ball content creators. Sleaze is also a dynasty savant. But these are two of my favorite best ball content creators on the planet. So make sure you give them a follow. If you support me, Tim, it would mean the world if you supported these guys as well. Please and thank you. If you guys are watching us on X, come over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. It really does help us out a lot. It costs you nothing to subscribe, costs you nothing to follow, costs you nothing to like and also to vote. This is a super flex draft, and we got the super flex god here. With the beer to match to give us advice and whatnot. What would you snack on? Would you end up having there? I don't think your mic's on.
You muted up, James. Yep.
I had it up. My bad. I said hi earlier, but you obviously didn't hear me.
No.
um, I grilled some chicken last week. I smoked it actually, and had a couple pieces of that. It was very delicious.
See, look
Sounds
look at how far you have to go down for the wide receivers, bro.
I'm so pissed off at Jack. I saw Downs. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, there are some definite edges. So like early running back and then middle of the draft wide receiver is absolutely where the value is right now. Because so as I said in my stream to Big Draft Energy, and I said it earlier. So the setup here is you start three wide receiver and one super flex, right? Just like normal, like they just made the flex a super flex, right?
Yeah.
On Underdog, they flipped the wide receiver 3 spot to super flex, and they basically stole the rankings from Underdog. So all the wide receivers are pushed way down because in Underdog you only need to start 2.
Right, and 0.5.
And it's 0.5 receptions as well. So like they even have less value. So you start at 2 and they're less valuable. So if they steal those rankings, that's how so there is a major difference between the two.
I'm reminded now why I stopped drinking Powerade, because sometimes you just can't get this fucking stupid plastic cap off the top, so you got to drink it like this. Sorry, I know you were
or
great
the
information, but Powerade's so stupid sometimes.
or when it breaks, it like you pull the whole thing off.
You get it.
Whatever the teeth
like,
come with it.
And like I'm ashy as fuck, so I need to put lotion. So my hands are greasy, coach. Sorry, bro. Love the news. Just getting on. Just got on getting pepper. Let's go. Shout out to Snake, my coach, my mentor. He's scared to live draft disco, but he's the shark. Doesn't want to swim in these super flex waters. Hey man, I'm here for the super flex waters. Shout out to your coach though. Sleaze up gang says Sean Jr. McCafferty. Sleaze, we need to do another one after this. We're definitely going to do another one. I think Sleaze has pickleball, but at this rate, this draft is
dog training. I gotta leave it like 4:50 here, like 30 minutes.
Dog training.
Oh man. Shador, shout out to my fellow.
My
Canadians.
idea.
DB Bet says it's way too hot here, man. You ain't lying. It's insanely hot here. This draft is going much quicker than Sleaze stream. I'm here for that, and I think our second draft will go even quicker. What's the capital of Canada? Ottawa. Toronto's the capital of Ontario. Make it make sense. Gamblestein, what's up, Gamblestein? Good to see you, brother. Oh yeah, Who Hames says Bones. I'm in my first Superflex right now. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, he's in my lobby. He's got a 101 with first person. Brott's in that one, oddly, and he's at the 102.
Yeah, Brott didn't. I was shocked to not see Brott in mine. I'll be real. Like I was very shocked not to see Brott in mine.
Brott has been grinding all day.
He's at what? 26,
28.
How many slows are those though?
0.
None. 0 of those are slows.
Like he about 15 minutes after it started, he's like, "Hey, you want to do one?" I'm like, "Yeah." I logged. He's like, "I'm like, how are you at 7?" He got in the first 7 lobbies.
Oh, in my Discord, even before it went live, like they kind of messed up today, where like it went live and it showed something. In my Discord, Broad posted it, and like drafters like, no, take it down. Got the KC stack for who? Let's go. I've been slamming wide receiver from rounds 3 to 9. Let's go.
Yeah,
I live in Windsor. You won't like it now. Windsor's like it's Detroit. It's Detroit of Canada, and it's full PPR. Yes, sir. Full PPR.
You recommend 4 QBs in this build? Two QBs won it last year. There was 70% in the top 10 with 3 QBs.
Yeah.
What's your strategy here, Who Aims?
I basically took the top 10 teams. I looked through all of them every single week and looked at what they flexed, which is a surface level thing, right? So basically, like the team that won it all actually flexed tight end 3 times because they hit the nuts. They had George Kittle,
Jonnu,
and Jonnu.
Yeah, but Jonnu was late.
Yeah, and when the thing is, their tight end flexes were higher than their running back and wide receiver flexes when it happened, which is absolutely
that's
wild.
Lucky.
Well, I mean, it's wild, but if you look across the other teams, it's not that much different. When tight ends flex, they flex for a very high number.
Okay.
Like overall. Like there are very few tight ends that flex at like 13, but you see RBs and wide receivers, and our wide receivers flex the least, which is very surprising to me in full PPR. And I think a lot of that has to do with the 4 wide receivers that are the 3 that you're required to start.
For what it's worth, a lot of
Interesting.
people believed last year that hammering wide receivers in the first 3 rounds
Yes.
was the move. And
Right.
other than round 1 value, there wasn't any tremendous wide receivers in rounds 2 and 3 last year.
Yeah, no,
Just
that
absolutely. I mean, like other than Malik Neighbors, like AJ Brown bust, Devonta Smith bust, Jalen Waddle bust.
right.
The list goes on. Fucking Marvin Harrison Jr. bust. The list goes on. The
Right.
best wide receiver values were, guys like Brian Thomas Jr., who was like a round 8 to 10 pick at some point. There was also Lad McConkey, similar range. Those guys were where it was at, really.
Yeah. So something else about that is so the teams that took heavy quarterback and suffered at the other positions, when they flex quarterback and they flex quarterback a lot, it was a much, much higher number on average. Their flex was always a higher number. So it does kind of show that trying to make sure you flex quarterback is the right move. You just have to also hit on some of the other things. Like I'm assuming that the people who are doing that weren't taking that much Otten or Janu, right? Like I'm going to guess that like those teams just didn't happen to get there. And it was more of like a happenstance thing, or like they had like my team, they got 77th. I did 11 entries, got 77th, and Steve, who I had on at the beginning of my stream, he got 60th on I think 8 or 9. We both had like awesome rooms that like one position was completely destroyed. Like I had I think the guy who was in 4th had basically had 3 running backs.
Really?
Yeah, because he had Jonathan Brooks and Dylan Laube and some other guy as the 4th.
Oh, they didn't even give you any points.
Yeah, he got 1 for the season.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I should stop at running back here, right? I got Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Najee, 17 pass ADP, and then Judkins, almost 30 pass ADP. I should stop at running back completely, right?
I would take one more.
We don't know the Najee situation. You don't know when Quinshawn's coming back.
Or if he will.
But with Jonathan Taylor and Bijan Robinson, like I'm not going to ever flex a running back. And those 2 are going to be top 10 running backs.
The running back can take the flex or the super flex spot.
You still can flex. Like it's like I just started Gibbs Genty, which kind of sucks because they're both by week 8. But like you still want like just because you're trying to hit quarterback flex, and who are your quarterbacks, by the way?
You got to look at last year's too, though. That guy is running back.
Penix, Stafford, and Russ.
Yeah, like I think that you can assume that maybe one will hit. Like take like a Eckler or something. Like I would like Eckler on full PPR, honestly.
Okay. Where's Douglas? I'm gonna take.
But like, because he'll give you a floor on the weeks that those 2 are on bye, in case Najee's not good, and there's still a chance that Judkins never signs his contract.
Yeah, but I mean, almost 30 pass ADP. If he does sign his contract, I'm giving myself an advantage. Let's catch up with the chat.
No.
Bone says, I wonder if any of those tight end flexes were on National Tight End Day. Great question, Bones. Okay. 2 Mules, Windsor getting worse, slowly getting better. No, I'm pretty sure it's pretty bad. Tim D says, hello, Who Crew. Shout out to Tim D and Who Crew. Gamblestein says, I started Lamar, King, Henry, Fields from the 1 hole. That's a nice start, man. So far, so good. I think I agree. Highest employment rate in Canada. Tariffs are going to take it into a ghost town. I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to, Windsor sucks. Oh, shit, random factoid. I just figured out neither McBride or Bowers play on National Tight End Day. They have buys, Laporta as well. Do with that as you will. Good to know. National Tight End Day is on week 8. Buy him again. Lamar, Henry, Fields, Brees, McBride. That's nasty. Judkins, quit drafting him. until there's clarity, he will miss too much time. But if there is clarity, he's going to skyrocket back up ADP. So, like,
Right.
I'm willing
Like,
to take a
I'm
bet
not
on a guy like this.
I'm not against that pick. I just think you have to make sure to take another guy in case, like in Eckler or Rashad White or Braylon Allen, somebody who's going to have a role.
Yeah, of course.
Like just one more guy, because you were
Well-
asking if you were done. Like
Yeah.
I think you just need one other guy in case.
You got to think about it like this too, Disco. Like last year's team, right? He only had Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield, but his running back room was Breece Hall, Saquon, Chase Brown, and Bucky. So you get the chance at the flex, and if that running back outscores the quarterback, you get the super flex play too.
Yeah,
So
like
it's not just one.
Okay.
So if you go running back heavy, then this guy, how many times did Chase Brown and Bucky outscore Mahomes and Mayfield? A lot, right?
it was 6.
Yeah. So I mean, that's another way to look at it.
Yeah,
Jack, you still in here, bud? Jack Lucine? Jackie boy. Dom asks is the name he goes by. You still in here, buddy? Because we got some news for you about your friend, your guy, Roshan Johnson, the 6'3" monster. He's not looking too good, buddy. He's not looking too good right now in camp. It's DeAndre Swift, and it's a lot of Manunga. Your guy, my guy, common Manunga. Bones, that's wisdom you could take to the bank. Thanks. Who Hames? Shh. I think there was a real chance he doesn't sign. It's possible. You can stop drafting Superflex. I just won it. But for real, I really love my draft. I wish I could review it. I definitely want to get into another one of these. My uncle's cousin's best friend's aunt told my father that Judkins is headed to jail cell. That's crazy, Rabona, and a lot to read. So you're saying Kittle is going to dominate Week 8, Bones? Good to know. Patriots trade Ramondre Stevenson to Cleveland for Judkins and run it back with Judkins Henderson. That would be interesting. Eckler and Allen for the win. I like that. I'm here. Good to see you. I'm not listening to training camp BS. I saw him make a one-handed catch. But he made a one-handed catch against Thud in shorts. Like, I might have to just click likely here on the dip. Like, he will be back, right? And if I'm looking at my rest of my tiers, he's BPA for sure. 34 past ADP, and he should be ready 2 weeks in, and I already have George Kittle as my tight end 1.
Yeah,
I think I'm done at tight end with these two guys. Round 16 too. Here for that.
Yeah. So looking through what I did, the things that stood out is just by the thought process, I thought wide receiver would absolutely flex a lot more than it did.
Yeah,
it did not at the top teams. Like it was literally the least of all positions, and part of that's because you got to be deeper. And it's harder to go super deep at wide receiver and have a competitive team because you have no quarterbacks then. So like there's definitely a mix of what you want here. I almost think you might want to just get a starting roster. Like make sure you get 3 quarterbacks and then make sure your next 8 picks, like include so your first 11 picks just be 3 quarterbacks plus every roster position starting, and then you just take players and hope you spike. Like maybe like that might be the right way to do it. It might not. I do think if you go early, like double early running back, taking a third reasonably early
Kills you.
kind of no. I think it's kind of good because you have a better chance to flex a higher number, right?
Really?
Because right, just think about it logically.
telling Sleaze to think about anything logically is illogical.
So if I have Gibbs Genty like I do on this team, like they're going to average 15 points a game per, right? Like we assume, right? Like in full PPR, probably more like 17. So
sorry to interrupt. Pineapples for the next Superflex.
I just landed the greatest start in $20 main history, by the way, boys.
Congratulations. Did you hear me? Superflex pineapples, guys. If you guys want to get into the next Superflex, I believe it's 1 out of 12 now. I just queued up. If you guys want to queue up, get in there now. ADP isn't real on Superflex, and I believe that's why guys like Brought right now have almost 30 drafts or close to it, if not more. Because the first couple days of Superflex drops, like I've learned earlier from my good friend here, Huhames, is the ADP is absolutely broken. And the best way to take advantage of it and give yourself, an advantage against the rest of the folks is to draft now. And if you haven't draft now, sign up on Drafters Fantasy Sports. Use promo code DISCO to double your first deposit, dollar for dollar, up to $100. And we're not just saying it for the sake of saying it. Like, take advantage of this broken ADP. It's going to be great.
Yeah. So back to that. Like, if I have 17 points a game at those two running back spots, if the higher capital I put at the next running back spot, if that's 13 points a game, that's like I'm going to have spikes of 20, right, with all three of them.
Yeah.
So like it's going to give you a high flex reasonably often. And then you stop there. Absolutely. Like you go robust at that point and go 5. I think there's an argument to do that. Like even with the 2 or 3 quarterbacks, like to make one position even weaker than normal, because like that, like your flex spot's going to like generally, like you would think this, but like looking at the data, like the first team, like I'll just read it off. Week 1, 15 points, quarterback flex, and then, so this number is going to be the flex in the position. Week 2, 13 quarterback. 3, 11 running back, 4, 13 running back, 5, 13 quarterback. Like those are low numbers, right? Then that's 14 running back, 18 tight end, 25 tight end, 18 quarterback, 12 running back, 19 running back, 20 tight end, 19 running back, 14 quarterback, 18 wide receiver, and then 22, 26 quarterback. So overall, like those flex numbers are pretty low. And then you look at the 10th place team, and he went quarterback heavy, and he has a 19 quarterback, 27 quarterback, 23 quarterback, 25 quarterback, 20 quarterback, 22, 28, 22, and 26.
Who are those quarterbacks?
Those quarterbacks were really like Sleaze. You still have that up, right? I could break it up, but
hang on. Yeah,
I don't have like I'll have to go all the way through it.
Which one you want?
The 10th place team, what quarterbacks, and like hit the draft board and look at the capital, like because it was pretty high capital. So like
Kyler, Goff, Baker, A-Chain, Chase Brown, Bucky.
Okay.
So he went like quarterback, right? Or no, he took an RB, then quarterback, right?
He went A-Chain first. No,
then,
I can't tell from here. Hang on.
Yeah, if you hit the draft board,
I gotta see it.
We're already in Rabona King. We hit the
he went 3 out of 5 QBs.
3 out of 5. That's what I've been preaching on Underdog, and this is a little different, but I think it kind of applies. I think it's easier to make up the points at non-quarterback, but like 3 out of 5 is kind of where you want to be because it's going to raise your ceiling or your floor at your flex. And that's what this guy did. He didn't really hit on anything else. He didn't hit any of the lads, any of the elite tight, like the awesome, like he didn't hit a bunch of the good tight ends and stuff. So I think that that could be the way you want to play it. And that's an advantage that you can attack to make up ground.
Makes sense. Shout out to Big Disco Energy with the 5 gifted memberships. What a great name. What a great name.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
We got Updog got one, FK Coolers got one, MD5 or MDS, Jose A, and Clint. Shout out to you guys for getting your gifted. Now I gotta ask, is there a later quarterback right now, like where Joe Burrow was going, where Baker Mayfield was going, where all those guys were going? Is there a later quarterback this year that you think is going to repeat that kind of situation and scenario? Sleaze, let's go with you first, then who?
Hold on. Has your second lobby filled?
I don't know.
A late quarterback that I love, or what's it again? I'm sorry, I'm drafting at the same time.
Late quarterback who's going to hit the same way we saw Joe Burrow, the Baker Mayfields. Is there later quarterbacks that are going to hit like that in Superflex? Like just Superflex advice.
You know, me and Hoohams are going to say Bryce Young.
Yeah, I mean, there's a short out there about that as well, and I hate that I posted a short talking good about Bryce Young. But I mean, you guys had a good take.
I mean, if you have another gamble, it's got to be Anthony Richardson. The upside he gives you is massive if he's the guy.
So
he
where's
goes
Jordan Love going in these lobbies? Because he's
Third.
somebody I'm really in on. 9 out of 12. Who, by the way?
Third
okay.
round.
I want to. I'll join it. I hadn't joined it yet. I was wanting to make sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted the multi-table, but I will. Yeah,
Jordan Love went at 40 here. Like that's a
Yeah.
great range. I think Love, Tua, like what Jack's doing right now with his
Yeah.
quarterbacks. I love that.
Yeah, I think those quarterbacks are going to push up too. So like I think slowly the quarterbacks will push up. And I think that Love generally would go. He would sometimes go in the fourth on underdog, and sometimes go in the late third. So that's kind of where he goes. I think that that's going to kind of stay.
Heard. I took Jordan Love. My disparity theory doubles down on what who Hames is saying here. By the way, I took Jordan Love in the fourth. Danny Dimes starts more than A-Rich. Shador eventually takes over, in my opinion.
I'm assuming his disparity theory is the whole like you just hit that third running back, and then yes, you're going to be weaker at wide receiver, but it's going to force your floor at flex to be higher.
Yeah, it just means that the teardrop for running backs is significant. All right, let's look at my build here. I only went with 3 quarterbacks, guys. Michael Penix. I inserted the Penix here. Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Najee, Quinshawn Judkins, Jarquez Hunter, Keaton Mitchell. I love my running back room. Puka Nacua, Jalen Waddle, Matthew Golden, Michael Pittman, Brandon Ayuk, Demario Douglas, Wandell Robinson, Ray McLeod. I like this a lot. George Kittle, Isaiah Likely, Jatavian Sanders. What do you think? Sleaze, who?
I like the way that you rounded out the running back room.
I think you had to go those extra picks. I like it. I don't like Russell Wilson pick, but I'd rather wait for darts value. But I mean,
as long as Russell
really
Wilson starts at quarterback before week 5 or until week 5, I'm fine. This lineup's going to be okay. My bet is on Michael Penix and Matthew Stafford. If Russell Wilson sprinkles in a couple performances by the time there's a bye here for Michael Penix, I think we'll be all right. It would have been nicer to get some correlation or dart, but yeah. What's the grade, Sleaze?
I haven't even figured out how I wanted the Superflex yet, so I'll just go in the middle with a B.
Who crew?
I've done all 3 of my drafts differently. I did 4 QBs. I did early running back, early wide receiver. I switched it up.
I think it's like an A-, B+. I really like it. Like taking the 2 absolute elite guys and then making sure you just have a guy like for the week that they're on bye and then you hit everything. Like the elite tight end, those tight ends are awesome. I love those tight ends.
I feel like, by the way, our other lobby filled, and Who Hames and I are right next to each other. We got Carl Ramrod at the 102, Mount Matumbo at the 103, 104. We got Mossy, Who Hames at the 107, yours truly at the 108, Willie at the 109, Rabona King at the 110. We're gonna let the chat know we're live. And then, yeah. So we got maybe A-Rich comes in for goal line plays. Okay. Danny Dimes starts more than A-Rich, and Shador eventually takes over, in my opinion. That Cleveland scenario is tough to bet on, honestly. It's so confusing.
Yeah. I'm going to sprinkle in Joe Flacco at 140, 130. Like I think there's I think there's a reasonable chance that Flacco starts half the year. And at half the year, getting a quarterback in Superflex for a 135, 140 pick, like it feels pretty good.
Heard. I think the only thing that like bugs me is the draft we had together, Who Hames, on your show. I went like 0 running back, and I felt that like it was a really, really bad running back room. In the draft I just did now, I kind of pushed. Like, I don't want to go elite quarterback. I hate that idea.
You kind of push the wide receivers.
Yeah, I kind of pushed the wide receivers, and I hated that as well. So I don't know how to like be balanced in this format here. I really generally am struggling with the whole balance aspect of this thing.
I think you got to pick quarterback plus one of the other 2 positions or one of those 2 positions and attack those and be weak at the third. I think that may be the way to play this. assume that you're going to flex the quarterback, and then like if you don't flex the quarterback, you'll flex a higher number at the other position.
Yeah,
Assuming you
I
hit.
like that.
I think that's a solid strategy, but not in these are sharp lobbies. Like you'll see that like any sort of strategy off the rip here that you come in with like a predisposed idea and notion of what to do, especially in these lobbies, it's pretty sharp. But once again, you're like the Superflex guy. SM Army says this is my favorite of the 4 I've done, but I don't know. I'll be honest, guys. I am not going to grade a single Superflex lineup because once again, it's not my cup of tea. I'm a firm believer in pushing quarterback. That's like in my heart of heart. I'm a firm believer in that. But I'm learning. I'm learning as I go, and like I'm humble and enough, and I have the humility to admit that like I'm out of my element doing the Superflex stuff. But I'm
I
fucking
think the
already
top
addicted.
5 give you just a massive payday when you get a top 5 pick on QB.
Bones said he was reading that Cleveland is likely to trade one QB. Interesting. 223 viewers, 174 on X. Hello, guys. This is Big Draft Energy. I'm Disco. I like to party. Come over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Smash a like and a subscription. Would really appreciate it. Brian Thomas Jr. Yes, all day. Puka Nacua, Brian Thomas Jr. Both have week 8 buys. Fuck!
So I think here
it's a nice ceiling. It's a very nice fucking ceiling. God bless the United States of America.
I mean, all the awesome players have week 8 bye. Like it's so hard to get away.
I know.
It's so hard to get away from. It really is.
With what I'm trying to do here, though, that fucking hurts. Oh, I got it. Fucking got it off. I got it off.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
having so much difficulty with this bottle.
And so, like, I'm planning on doing a whole bunch of these. And, like, even though I say that, like, you want to make sure one position's, like, a lot stronger, like, I do think you want to make sure you put multiple builds in your portfolio. And that goes for every format. Yeah. If you think one strategy is the nuts, like, build it like 70% of your portfolio and then sprinkle around with the other 30 for whatever you're going to do. Like, if you're going to do a limited amount, you could just, like, if you're going to do 10 of them, like, just build however you want. But if you plan on doing like 100, I would sprinkle in different things. Like, do what you think is right for the bigger portion and then sprinkle it in.
Mossy says, nice shirt, Disco. I like wearing mine. I love wearing mine. Shout out to Drafters Fantasy. Great shirts. Sleaze, where's yours?
In the closet.
Mount Matumbo's laughing at me because I raged about getting Puka Nacua and Brian Thomas Jr. start. I mean, we're gonna pivot. We'll be all right, Mount Matumbo. It's gonna be fine, buddy. More of a floor than a ceiling, Disco. Facts. It feels like getting 2 solid RBs before that tier break where they aren't any more true starters is the move. Like 1 elite wide receiver, 2 QB, and 2 RB through. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out as I go. Amen. Who Hames? You got a fan in Mount Matumbo. Mount Matumbo, you could subscribe to him on YouTube. It really does help him out. He's trying to get to 500 subscribers.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't mention it yesterday, but like this Sunday, I did my second subscriber goal thing. I had 253 because I like random numbers. Okay. And I did a draft blindfolded with Steve trying to guide me. So I put a blindfold on, and I was like, all right. And there was a whole bunch of disasters. I had to peek a couple times because like my mouse got so lost that nobody could see it. So we had to put it back on screen so he could try to guide me. It happened a lot. So it was entertaining. He was stressed out. I was laughing. Like, it was a good time.
How'd the team look?
What's the next sub goal? It's 500, right?
It's 500. And I'm going to do that again on the 12-hour live stream at the 500 as well.
So what are you at now? Just out of curiosity.
274 I looked earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. So like this specifically is awesome. Like the way this is going, like I love what's going on here.
So you're taking Dak for the correlation or not?
Yes. That was the whole goal of pulling CD Lamb up. Me and Steve were talking about this. Like, I think Chase should go ahead of Burrow in this. In underdog, I think it should never be Burrow or Chase over Burrow. And I think Bijan and Barkley and Gibbs should all go before Chase. And this, it's full PPR. It's completely different. So I almost forgot I was playing a second one. I
That's
almost
fine.
just missed my my pick. So like I think you pull CD up, and you like if you pull CD up to pick 7-8, like you're gonna get Dak almost every time because that's kind of where his ADP is.
So
So
in my first draft, I tried to do that, right? I tried to pull up Brian Thomas Jr. and then also went with Michael Penix.
yeah,
Not Michael Penix, Brian Thomas Jr. and Drake London, hoping to get Trevor Lawrence and Michael Penix. That would be like an ideal dream start there. But it just 2 picks before both quarterbacks went. So I was kind of fucked and playing catch up from there.
yeah, and Jerome Ford right now goes at pick 200. Like he's a target.
Someone should do a live stream. They take a shot every time they draft a player. That's sleaze. That's sleazeball territory, and it's not even close.
There's your boy,
Fucking
Jordan.
20 shots? Yeah, right.
You
Maybe
didn't
when I
take
was 20.
Jordan Love there?
No.
Took Jacobs?
Yeah, I took Jacobs. Because
I know you're really big on Jordan Love, so I was just shocked to see that you did that.
yeah, I mean, if I was going to take a quarterback there, it would have been Trevor Lawrence. But
Yeah, because you had the correlation. Yeah.
yeah, if you're looking at just the running back situation, when it comes back to me, I don't think I'm going to have anything ideal. I think I could still get a decent quarterback when it comes back. I think Josh Jacobs is the last running back in this tier, amongst the Chase Browns, the Kyrens, the Brees Halls,
Oh, really?
James Cook, and Hamptons. I think he's the last running back in that tier. So I just needed to follow my my tiers and my tier guide and my rankings and just attack something good there.
In full PPR, actually in non-full PPR, I actually have Chase Brown above Jacobs.
I mean,
I think it's
an explosiveness. Sorry,
I think it's same tier. I think they're the same, like basically.
If you're looking at efficiency and explosiveness, what Chase Brown did last year was absolutely spectacular. But it's because he outperformed his ADP. It's not because yes, when he took over, he was averaging close to 23 fantasy points per game. But I don't think that's sustainable. I think we're drafting him at his ceiling. And I think we've already seen this ceiling, and I'm not celebrating with draft capital, drafting somebody for what he did last year. I can't do it.
Well, the thing is especially in drafters, like he had a lot more receptions than Jacobs.
Yeah, I love Chase Brown.
He had 51, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, like, who would you rather have? Like last year, would have been Chase Brown or Derrick Henry? Because that's the kind of numbers I'm anticipating and betting on Josh Jacobs to get. It's not about the receptions or it's not about last year or anything. I'm betting on Josh Jacobs to be in that 16 to,
especially with Marshawn Lloyd hurt again. Nothing new there.
And they're going to have a healthy Jordan Love to get him down the field, articulate the ball down the field, and he's going to have a lot of goal line situations. It's going to be a walk in the park for him to punch the ball in behind a very solid offensive line, a very underrated offensive line as well. Josh Jacobs, I'm betting on him leading the league in touchdowns this year, rushing touchdowns.
Nice. I didn't realize you were doing that. I'm sure you'd said it at some point. I didn't realize that you were that in.
Oh, I'm in. Very in. Love Josh Jacobs this year.
I mean, these quarterbacks are like way late.
Yeah. This is going great.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Like I'm going to take the player that I don't think is the best pick.
If you take Matthew Stafford, we're fighting.
No,
Okay.
I'm taking the stack with Genty.
Okay.
That was my hope with the player that I wanted to come back. I would take Penix. If I would have taken Stroud over Jordan Love, I would have taken Penix. I do think Penix has a way higher upside than Geno Smith this year. I think the ceiling of the Falcons offense is a little higher than the ceiling of the Raiders offense. Maybe I'm wrong.
Willie, what the fuck are you doing, buddy?
I mean, Drake London should be going up and up and up. Mooney's not even going to be ready for a minute.
They said 2 to 3 weeks.
Outside of week 1, right?
Oh, I think they just said 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I just
I
saw
hope I'm
one
not
that
wrong.
said that he's not going to make it to week 1.
Bone says, hash shot of vitamin. You guys know I'm sober for almost 3 years now, right? 3 years coming in August. I don't drink anymore. The back-to-back shot would be fun. Couple shots. Hell no. Vitamin water. Yes, definitely. 20 shots is crazy. It's absurd. Most recharge time. I'm talking about like if it's a lemon drop, sure. I mean, that's okay. Flexing that tight. Clearly, you're flexing that tight end. But like you also took 2 quarterbacks. So you either one of them's not going to start. One of your first 5 picks is not going to be in your weekly lineup.
All right. So on
Am
whether
I wrong
Morris,
here looking at the strategy, Sleaze?
I'm sorry, I'm on the clock. What is it?
He goes Bijan, Kyler, McBride, Herbert, Kittle.
No,
In a
there was
super flex,
a
one
number
of them's
4
gonna be
last year was bully ball tight end.
no, but one of them. What I'm saying is one of them is going to be on the bench every single week. One of his first 5 picks. Is that okay?
No, your flex and your super flex and your tight end position can all be a tight end.
It's
You're
not what
forgetting
you
the
don't
super flex
you don't
covers them
have
all.
you don't have a
Superflex.
regular flex spot on drafters.
I
It's
thought you
just
had.
super-
Oh, it's a
No.
super flex, so he can
It's
play super
just
flex.
yeah.
Okay, so okay, listen. Two quarterback spot, Kyler Murray. Super flex spot could be Justin Herbert. Tight end spot, Trey McBride, or super flex could be George Kittle. The math ain't mathing. One of these guys is going to be on the bench on a weekly basis.
I mean, I was just saying, number 4 overall last year in super flex had Bowers and McBride.
Bowers was a 10th
Yeah.
to 12th round
Yeah, I
pick.
know.
last
Yeah,
year.
I know. Yeah. True.
So it's not bully ball. I'm talking about where he spent the capital.
I don't like it, but
Yeah.
it's up there.
Yeah. I mean, Willie, hey, it's bold for sure. It's bold. Hopefully you could land the plane. You only do green juice shots. Now, where is my green juice shot, baby? I haven't had my healthy shot yet. Congrats on sobriety. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's been a journey. It's been a good journey.
The 5th team had Bowers and McBride.
Yeah.
Sleaze is like, fuck your sobriety. I'm getting you shit faced at the expo.
I got the Darnell Mooney quote. This is from Coach Peak Index. This was today on whether Morris expects Mooney to be ready for week 1. And the quote, we're going to go with a few weeks right now, and then we'll play it out after we get to that point. When we get to that point, we'll figure out where we're at. So like, that's not a he's going to be back week 1. That's not a he's only going to be out 3 weeks. That's a kind of wait and see. So
That's what I was saying. It looks like it's going to be longer.
Yeah, I think that they like. I just hope it's not like this is the exact stuff that happened with Hollywood Brown last year. They're like, well, we'll wait. Like, oh, he should be fine in a couple weeks, and then he decided to get surgery right before the season.
Bones with a hilarious comment. To be fair, Kyler and McBride have the same buy. Right? You ain't wrong. Sleazeball, I'm close to getting a Javonte jersey for you. It's signed too. That didn't sound great. You are going to love it. Rabona King says, what exactly is the expo? So the expo is where fantasy football content creators and enthusiasts all come together and ultimately party. It's like summer camp for fantasy football in general. Like you're there with the guys from Fantasy Pros, Scott Fish. You're there with all the fantasy football analysts from the NFL Network. It really is a good time. There's several parties, several events, and it's all held in Canton, Ohio, where the NFL Hall of Fame is. And any real big football fan, go like a trip to Canton is like should be on every one of your bucket lists because it is one of the most beautiful experiences you can possibly have as a diehard football fan. Don't do it to me here, Hohams. I need it. You already have 3, buddy.
Oh, that's not what I'm doing.
Okay, good.
Um,
Do whatever you want to do. I don't care.
I kind of want to just do this.
Wonderful. I love that for you. You double tap that receiving room. And like the Guyton news, that's encouraging that Guyton will be back.
Yes.
If you have the means to go to the expo, it's worth it. 100%. I agree, man. It is not cheap. That's for sure. Jerry, you going this year again, buddy? Is it bad that I don't know who Scott Fish is? I only watch YouTube for basketball content. So Scott Fish is he he's not just a brilliant fantasy football mind, but he's one of the greatest philanthropists, period. It doesn't matter if it's fantasy football or non-fantasy football related. If we're talking about philanthropy and fantasy football, he is like the cream of the crop. He has a fantasy football tournament that is one of the largest, but definitely the most popular fantasy football tournament that happens annually. It always has weird, funky scoring, but all proceeds goes towards a very wonderful charitable cause where it's Christmas toys for kids who can't afford it. Right, Sleaze?
Yep.
Yeah. So Scott Fish is the guy can party. The guy can definitely party. He was the guy who was our first guest. There he goes. He was our first guest last year when we kicked off the 24-hour draft-a-thon, because even though it wasn't a charity that like is one that he's in particularly like involved in, the moment I told him that we're running a 24-hour charity stream, he said, "Yeah, I'm all in. Just tell me when." And he even offered to be first up. If you shed a tear at the Football Hall of Fame, you ain't. If you don't shed a tear at the Football Hall of Fame, you ain't a real fan. Facts, man. It was honestly, I was way too emotional. But like I was also sweating. I think my favorite part about the entire experience was playing Madden in the Fantasy Football Hall of Fame and in the NFL Hall of Fame in Canton. Playing Madden in Canton was just, I don't know, just a different kind of experience. Just like, yes, I'm here. I can't this year. God bless, Jerry. That sucks. I've heard of the Scott Fish Bowl, just never the guy. No, that's fine. Yeah. I didn't know what the Scott Fish Bowl was until last year either. I'm not participating, but I did donate. Sleaze, how's your Scott Fish Bowl lineup looking? Where are you ranked?
Ranked number 1 in the division.
Okay, but where are you ranked in like the tournament?
They don't show that, do they?
I don't know. I'm not in it this year.
Did they do that like once it started?
You get it follows the Scott Fish website as your rankings go after week 1. I don't know if you can get it before.
Okay.
I was so pissed off last year when I joined the Scott Fish Bowl late, and I did it on this like other NFL app. It wasn't Sleeper. It was like My Fantasy League or some shit like that. I was so pissed when I did it. Like, I'm telling you, the rankings didn't make sense. The website didn't make sense. The app, absolutely, like, just terrible. Just all around terrible experience. Setting my lineup, it wouldn't even save. Just an all around terrible experience. Just an awful experience. And I'm like, I will donate, but I'll never participate again.
So, do you see the name of the person in the 6 hole?
Yeah, Hawk Tua.
That's great.
It's old, but yes, it is pretty funny.
I just wasn't expecting that whenever I looked up. I was just like, okay, no, okay, we're here. This is where we went. Got it.
It's been a long day, Ehu.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm screwed at wide receiver right now.
Man, I don't know what I want here. Like, Russell Wilson is kind of a fucking steal right now.
I don't disagree. I was considering him, but I need to
Yeah.
attack wide receiver. And don't do it to me, Ehu. Just don't. You don't have to do it. We're friends.
I don't take this guy very often.
Oh yeah, no, that's all you, buddy.
Oh, that's what you wanted? I expected him to come back. I have Jordan Love.
I know you do. That's why I said don't do it.
I forgot you were real big on him. I would have just taken him.
But
I was between him. Like, I thought you were saying Ricky Pearsall.
I mean, Ricky Pearsall I do have, but I'd rather push Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, right. I don't mind taking Savion Williams, who's going to be RB2 at the Packers.
Wide receiver 2?
Wide receiver 2, you mean?
No, running back 2.
Savion Williams.
Savion Williams
at 6'5", he's going to play running back. He's going to get his knees blown out, bro. What do you mean?
Cordero, 6'4".
Yeah,
he plays 2 snaps Wildcat a game. Quarterback in college, man.
Like Cordell is 1 of 1 for what it's worth.
Savion's a stick. He's like 170.
No, he's not.
He's not that skinny, but he's a stick.
He's not near He's thicker than you think.
Pause. That's what she said.
6'4", 220.
Say 6'4", 220?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
I'm
not that bad.
I'm projected 300.26 for week 1 in Scott Football. Like, is that how many points you're expecting? Oh man, yeah, MFL stinks. I've never heard a single good word about that. So yeah, FK Coolers gets it. It was absolutely terrible. Worst fantasy football I've had was on CBS. That app is trash,
It's
and
bad.
there's no information. I would say Fantrax is a close second. Fantrax is really bad. Savion played a ton of Wildcat. He did. I if I'm looking at Wildcat, the guy I'm investing in for like Wildcat production is
Jaden
Tyler
Reed.
Warren. Like everybody's like, oh, is it Anthony Richardson? Is it Daniel Jones? No, the best quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts is also their tight end, and that's Tyler Warren. James says, have to take off. Night, gents. Night, community. Good night, James. God bless you. Love you, buddy. Just push your family. Like you guys just went on family vacation. Just push your family vacation a couple days, buddy.
Like 2 minutes.
Push
I'd take Jaden Reed with more carries. Who, if you want to do a little bet?
over Savion.
Yes.
I make my
I do
bets.
like
I make my
Savion's
bets with my
ability.
exposures. I have like 1.3% Jaden Reed, and I have like 7 or 8% Savion Williams, who's rarely drafted. So I've already made the bet.
I like that. I bet the same way, by the way, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Savion Williams can come out with carries, but I guess.
Dude, so Jaden Reed dropped 17% of his balls last year, right?
But he gets
So
a
did
lot of
Dontavian
end-around
Wicks.
gadget plays.
Dontavian Wicks dropped all the balls as well. Like both of them dropped all the balls, and then the team goes out and spends a first and a third round pick on wide receivers. You're telling me that they don't want to advance from those two players? Like, I will absolutely be in on this bet. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm fine. I will lose looking at what the team's doing, reading into the situation, and seeing what didn't work for them last year, seeing where they invest their money. Like, I'm out on Jaden Reed. Like, he is very talented. But the team has went out and spent this capital. I believe that capital matters.
Carl Ramrod says Savion is one of my favorite 20th clicks. I mean, Debro kind of put me on Savion, but like I still have difficulty clicking him. But I should now that I want to build correlation around that team from time to time.
All right, boys. I gotta hop out.
All right, get out of here.
Hey, peace.
I'll be watching.
Good luck.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, he got the dog visit, right? The
Yeah,
trainer.
he's got to get his do some more puppy training. This
That's
Higgins pick right here broke my heart because I was really hoping that he'd fall to me here. I love Jermaine Higgins. I need more of him.
Higgins is such a good pick.
He's just a big explosive monster, and I need more of that in my life. Pause.
Yeah. That was a pretty easy pick. I froze for a minute. I missed that Tucker Kraft with Jordan Love.
Yeah, I was hoping for Warren to fall, but Mount Mutombo wouldn't let that happen, and I like the correlation he's building with Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis is one of those teams that there's a lot of good late correlation possibilities and opportunities. You just have to be right about the quarterback, and I don't think that's a room I want to invest in 2 quarterbacks in the same room as well.
I kind of agree, and I personally think that if you draft Anthony Richardson, you should want more Alec Pierce. If you're drafting Daniel Jones, you should want more Adonai Mitchell or Downs or Pittman.
I think regardless, I want Jonathan Taylor and I want and I want Michael Pittman. Those guys, regardless of the scenario and situation, they are 2 guys that I'm absolutely invested in. But if I'm looking at upside, we haven't seen Anthony Richardson yet because his career has been hampered by injuries. His first 4 games as a rookie was one of the best quarterback prospects we've ever seen, especially as a runner. The way he ran, it's just unfortunate that he had an injury. And then last year he couldn't throw worth a damn because the injury was to his throwing shoulder. Right now he looks like he's by far and away the starting quarterback there. And if I am going to bet on a quarterback in that room, I'm hoping it's Anthony Richardson.
You see that throw that he had today
to Michael Pittman, and Pittman came down with it on the sideline jump ball situation? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that.
That
I love
was
that.
such a good throw. Like that is
And
something we never seen. Like he's always had the deep ball, but apparently, like when he's by himself at practice, like he's throwing slants all day, so he knows. Like he's said that like he knows that part of his game sucks basically,
yeah.
and he's attacking it, and that's all you can ask for.
And I will say this about him as well. There's so many stories. Like if you're looking at the combine, if you're looking at just stories in general, where people are like, "This is just a high character human." I root for high character humans. I generally do. I'm
Yeah.
not saying Daniel Jones isn't a high character human. He's a human without any personality, that's for sure. But I love Anthony Richardson. I think he's a very high character person and a high character human, and I'm excited for what he can do when given the opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's catch up with the chat. Sorry, what was that?
I said I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Carl Ramroth said, but concussed this weekend. Savion, heard. I like Savion, but convinced he's meant for 2026, says FK Coolers. Reed will be okay, but he isn't the clear-cut wide receiver, number one wide receiver. No, it's Matthew Golden. It's not even fucking close.
I agree. I mean, we all know this.
Guys, Matthew Golden is going to be one of the best rookies, if not the best rookie this year for fantasy. I'm so in on him. Not anymore because it's Golden. Hell yeah, Gamble Stein, Gamble Steen, Gamble Stein, Gamble gets it. It's fucking golden season. It's not even close. Downs is the best one for Daniel Jones, in my opinion, by far. Here's the thing. All the stat bros, all the number crunchers, all of them are like all in on Downs, and I respect it. But like what all the number bros are not paying attention to is the fact that Michael Pittman still put up close to 100 receptions, if not more, with a bad back the entire season and played through injuries pretty much the entire year with very terrible and shady quarterback play. Michael Pittman, we saw last year below his floor, and below his floor, he still played every fucking game. Downs is going to miss time. He's missed time every year in his career. He's got a very fair and slender build. Yes, he's good to spike, but I think Pittman's going to give you a safer floor and more points overall at the end of the year. And I love the ceiling that you get from Pittman as well. What were you going to say?
I don't remember. I completely zoned out. I mean, I'm all in. Like, oh, that's what I was gonna say. I bet Gamblestein has more golden than you.
No.
Yes.
In drafters?
At one point he was over 50% on DK.
Okay, well, on drafters, Gamblestein, how much golden do you have? And I will gladly pull up my exposures as well.
I don't know how much he has drafters this year.
No Cap Mac says, did you see who A-Rich was working out with during the offseason? I did not. Please inform me thusly, No Cap Mac. Rony Baloney 1 says Daniel Jones is Vanilla Vic. Ursay's daughter has a bunch of quotes that makes it all sound like she really wants Richardson to work out. I want Richardson to work out too. I just think he's a high character human.
I'm pretty sure he worked out with Josh Allen because he hired Josh Allen's quarterback coach, and I believe Josh Allen showed up a little bit with him.
Love to hear it.
I believe. I'm not positive, but I do think that's where we're at.
Gamblestein says I for sure have more golden than anyone across all three sites. Okay, well, I only do drafters. So what's here? I'll pull up my drafters exposure on my phone across all tournaments. And then you tell me how much you have in the chat. I'm very curious because, like, hey, I have an absurd amount, but like, if you have more than
I know, like, I talk to Gamble all the time. He sends me almost every team he drafts, and like, there's a lot of golden, like a lot of golden.
Can you see that?
No.
Okay.
Does it say 50?
25%, 91 total shares.
Oh yeah, he's well above that.
On drafters?
I bet.
How many drafts do you have on drafters?
I may be above that.
On drafters? You definitely don't have more drafts than me on drafters, that's for sure.
Let me look. Okay, I'm not above that. I have a lot. I have 16%. Which is a third, or like still way under you. But I've did a lot of drafts with Gamble, and me and him generally get him. Like, and all of our But
What do
I
you
think
consider-
that's the cleanest bet this year. I think Matthew Golden is one of the cleanest bets this year.
Him and Tucker Craft, love them both, and then Josh Jacobs as well. What do you consider an absurd ownership in the main? I think an absurd ownership on anybody is over 18% is absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very important to be contrarian because injuries and shit does happen, but obviously it's also important to make your bet. So, like, I made my bet on Golden. I made my bet on guys like Kenneth Walker, who I have 30% of, Xavier Worthy, who I have 32% of, and obviously Golden. Yeah. I'm way over. LOL. Yes, on drafters, 50% or more on. How much on drafters? Just specifically drafters. I was trying to keep this quiet.
Yeah.
No, Golden's him, man. I'm with that on. I wish my numbers were like yours. Over 18%. Wow. I'm at 40% on some. Like who?
I think I kind of say 20 over 20. I try to keep everybody under 25%. That's what I try to do.
So when I had Herzig on here for the first time, I asked him, I was like, what's like an absurd amount of exposure? Because it's important to be contrarian. He said 15% is too much. That's what he told me. 15% of anybody's too much. He's like, I don't care how much you like the guy, shit always happens.
I mean, this is the guy who's the only guy to make Best Ball Mania finals every single year. So
that discipline makes sense.
Huh?
That discipline makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll hop on the show this year. A-Rich worked out with, this is No Cap Max says, A-Rich worked out with Chris Hess, Josh Allen's former mechanics coach, and I think he and Josh Allen spent some time together too. His throwing motion looks much cleaner in my opinion. It does look cleaner. I'm at 40% on some, says Mount Matumba. Who the hell do you have 40% on? Go ahead.
And it does matter what round that is. If it's 40% on around 19, 20 pick, like that doesn't matter as much as a 40% in round 10. Like a 40% in round 10 is essentially like more than double the 40% in round in the end because of the players you have to pass on. It's kind of like 20% of a round one player is insane. And you had 61% last year, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I drafted Jamar Chase literally everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah.
I wish I had more exposure to Sam Laporta year one though, because that was one of my best bets. Absolutely.
Like last year, I had 40% Dylan Lowry, which absolutely did not work out.
No,
like at all, in zero ways. In zero ways.
Who's your Dylan Labe this year, you think?
I mean, my favorite pick this year has been Scattaboo.
What about Pat Bryant? Because Labe wasn't going where.
So I basically was doubling down on I was overhyped, and I do like Pat Bryant still, but I pretty much stopped taking him because if we get the good camp news, he's going to raise.
Yeah.
But I already have enough at this ADP that I'm fine. And there are some players down there that I like that I would like to get some exposure to that I had zero of. Like I do want more Diami Brown. I need more Dobbs. I don't like Dobbs is boring, but he's a fine pick. Wandale is boring, but he's a fine pick. Demario Douglas is to me boring, but a fine pick.
Demario Douglas is boring?
Yes.
Do you remember what my prediction for Demario Douglas was yesterday? What was it?
At the 100 receptions minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah.
That's boring to you?
Yes. Because I do not share that gusto.
Amen. Shit.
Like in full PPR, I think he's a way better click. Like remember, most of my stuff comes from underdog thinking. I do a good job of shifting site to site, I think, but my Pat Bryant stuff, I do really like him. But as soon as he started going ahead of Jack Besh is when I was like, I even said this. I'm like, I don't know we should be taking the round 3 guy versus the round 2 guy. And offenses we both like. The higher pace offense is going to be the Raiders. Yes, Denver will be the better offense, but the higher pace will be the Raiders.
Yeah. Here's where you take the guy I want. So go ahead and get it over with.
I mean, it might be, it might not be. I still need one of this.
Just do it.
I think it's this guy.
Fucking
I want.
right. You didn't do it. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I had 25% Jarquez Hunter, and then I stopped taking him.
Okay.
Like, like basically, like once I get to 25%, and I was at 20-ish% on Pat Bryant, and I was like, I'm comfortable at like 16%, and I'm basically just kind of waiting till it gets there. Now, if I have a Bo Nix team, I'll still take him, right? Like if I'm getting a Week 17 bring back in an underdog site, like I'll still take him. But yeah, I think Pat Bryant's still a great pick. I think I went like he was starting to go to like 150, and I do like Cedric Tillman more than him. I think Jack Best falling. Like I still think at the beginning of the season, Jack Best will be the guy over Thornton. That's starting there.
Makes sense.
That's just my opinion on it.
I'm with you there too.
Kate Otten this late feels fine.
Yeah, right now it was Otten or it was Jatavian Sanders. And I already have a week 9 bye, so I kind of didn't want to screw myself there and depend on Kyle Pitts alone, even though I like Kyle Pitts as the AP. Yeah, I think a few extreme flag plants are okay. No, it's not, because my most extreme flag plant, other than DeMar Chase last year, was Zamir White, especially later rounds. I just checked my golden exposures for you, Disco, on drafters. I'm lower than I thought, just 40% on there. Got to get that up to 90 total shares, 800 currently on them. It's wild. Is that just the main? I wonder what my exposure to him on the main is.
That's probably a year long, because I believe he was also doing pre-draft stuff, and we were both in on Golden as a prospect, like before he went to like the best situation.
Gamblestein?
Like, yeah, I had 18% Golden pre-draft, and I'm a little under now because he was going later then, and I liked him just as much. But now he's landed perfectly, and he goes a little earlier now.
Yeah, I have 28% of them in the main. In the $3 early, no, not the early, and the $2 mini, 26. Yeah, it's pretty much 28%, 26% across all drafts. I'm on drafters much less than the other sites, says Gammelstein. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well. I have we ever drafted together, Gammelstein?
He is. If you have, his name is DX Filer, and he's got the Kool-Aid Man. You would know.
I probably download.
It's the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah,
you will recognize it from now on.
Yeah. All right, we have, holy fuck, 300 plus watching us on X.
That's awesome.
Guys, please come to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel yourself, or not channel, but like just a YouTube account, it takes 2 seconds to download the app, create an account by connecting your Gmail, and then type Big Draft Energy, follow the link that you're watching on X, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really does help us grow. And like, I really want this dream to succeed, and I want to continue to help people and give them some incredible fantasy football advice. And I'll tell you what, okay? How many likes are we at? 27. 27. If we could get to 40 likes by the time we're done looking at Huhaim's team and my team, I will give away 4. I'll give away 4 entries to the Superflex tournament.
Duck race, here we come, right?
4 entries. That's what I'll do. I'll give away 4 entries into the Superflex tournament if we get to 40 likes by the time we're done looking at
4 for 40. I like it.
Yeah. FK Cooler's excuses as usual. Savage. Main event, drafters only, 49%. So yes, I'm probably highest there too. I wouldn't be shocked. LOL drafters is where my least volume is too.
I've been trying to talk Gamble into like taking like lower stands. Like I'm like because he was way up there on some people. And I'm like, you should probably get it more like an injury ruins your entire season at that point. Like it hurts if you're at 25%. But
Zamir White, I was close to 40% last year. So I've definitely like even though I love players, I've learned to be way more contrarian now and just not make bets because my Jamar Chase bet paid off significantly. And like we made our money back and then some last year on drafters, and we had some really good placements in everything but the main. But just because it was always Jamar Chase no matter what. But yeah. I
think this is going to be a weird 4 tight end team for me.
I'm still looking at Jalen Milroe here falling round 20. Like fuck.
Yeah, I actually, yeah. If you don't, I'm doing it.
It's a 5 quarterback team, and I typically would never ever do this in a super flex, but I like it.
Do I want to take him or do I want to take them?
I love this team. Holy fucking rookies, Disco. Holy fucking rookie wide receivers, Disco. I don't know how I feel about this team. Holy shit. Might have punted a little bit. Goff and Laporta or Mayfield and Igbuka. This year, I don't want either quarterback because I hate both quarterbacks being king, but I want both Igbuka and Laporta, if that makes sense. In PPR format, the volume for both of them is going to be great. I don't think the touchdown equity is going to be great for both of them. That's my bet. So with that being said, neither quarterback, both receivers, tight end and wide receiver. I hate this draft. All right, let's look at your team. Then we'll look at my team. Then we'll see what we're at. I scaled back, but on everyone but Golden, hurt. 20 to 25% about max exposure level for me for any player. Yeah, I think the only players who I'm going to be above like my 18% thing is Worthy, Golden, and Kenneth Walker. Those guys I'm just betting a lot on. Who Hames goes 4-5-8-3. Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Gino Marino, as some would say, Geno Smith, Joe Flacco, Ashton Genty correlated with Gino. Alvin, you got too many quarterbacks for me to remember your correlation, by the way. Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Swift, Scam Scatterbo.
Yeah,
Taj Brooks, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, double stacked with Dak Prescott. Jacoby Myers correlated with Gino Marino. Keon Coleman, Adam Thielen, Jack Beck also correlated there with Gino, Jalen Noel, and Savion Williams. Tucker Kraft correlated with Jordan Love as well as Savion. Jake Ferguson, and also correlated with Dallas. And then Kate Otten. This is a good build.
Yeah, I liked it. I got that giant, like, Joe Flacco 160. Like, that's where he's going in every one of these drafts. Like, I expect him to start half the season. If I'm wrong, it's a bad pick. If I'm right, it's a great pick.
All right. I feel like I punted this one as well. 5 quarterbacks. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Jesus Christ.
I love Milroe.
And four, like, listen, I love Milroe too. And it was never Sam Darnold, but 5 quarterbacks is absurd. So I go 5-6-6-3. Make it make sense. Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, Aaron Rodgers, Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe. Like, fuck. Josh Jacobs, James Cook, Caleb Johnson, Braylon Allen, Jarquez Hunter, Keaton Mitchell. I love my running back room.
Yeah, I love the running back room because, like, if quarterback doesn't hit, you're going to hit it through that. So the other 2 positions may be weaker, but, like, that's fine as long as you can get people to start. And that's startable right there, what you got.
What wide receiver? I love our wide receiver room, and I do like every one of these rookie wide receivers as well.
Yeah.
But we did go with 4 rookie wide receivers. Puka Nacua, Brian Thomas Jr., both week 8 buys. Yikes. No correlation whatsoever. Matthew Golden, Emeka Egbuka, Trey Harris, Pat Bryant. We also go David Njoku, Kyle Pitts, Jatavian Sanders. I kind of like this team. I just wish I had a couple more wide receivers.
I really like it. The only, like, the minor thing I would do different is I probably would have just rode with Jacobs, Cook, Caleb Johnson, Braylon, and Jarquez, and tacked on another receiver just because you have 2 double bye weeks.
Yeah.
But, like, that's a very minor thing. Like, you may score, you're going to score probably fairly low at wide receiver week 8.
No, this is a donation. I'm not.
I think it's a good. No, I like the I don't mind 5 quarterback. Like, you didn't take one till pick 30, and then you didn't take another one till the 2 rounds later, right? Yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
Like you don't have that much capital there, and then you got two guys who should start at the end of the year when Tua inevitably gets a concussion. Like so, like you're building correlation that way, I guess. But like Jalen Milroe, if he plays, he's going to have some giant weeks. Like I really like it.
Honestly, I never agree with this asshole Mount Matumbo, but I agree with him here. He says, "How can you really like a 5 QB lineup?" I think
It's
he's just being nice, man. I think he's just being a good friend. The percentage all matters on how many teams you have, but get 100% only need one to win. True. I like the wide receivers more than the RBs, but I'm a Cook guy. Good to know.
so I'll explain why I don't mind the 5 quarterback build. And I'm not saying to do it often, but hits matter more than misses. I said that earlier. And
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe, if he plays, like he might not play, then it's not a good pick. But like whatever, it's the last round. He's got 3 guys to start, but he's got the major upside in Milroe there at the end. Like that's a falling value, and a falling value that big whenever the rest of your roster is already solid. Like, should it really matter if you have 5? The goal in Superflex is to Superflex the quarterback. So giving yourself more options at a massive discount, even if it's a 5th one, and yes, not all 5 can play, but like neither could the 8th receiver with or the 7th receiver with I guess it would be 8, right? You had 7. No, you had 6. But yeah, like if that 7th receiver can't ever play, like with the rest of them, so like you're still over. You're gonna have too many players at some positions. So that's my opinion on it.
All right. Talk to the folks about what Fanspeak Network is because they're live right now, and I don't think they need the raid, but we're going to raid them anyways.
Oh yeah, Fanspeak Network is awesome. Like I was live with Steve for 2 hours earlier. I think Steve is the one that's live right now.
Yep.
And talking ball with Steve-O Speak. Steve-O is awesome. Last year on Underdog, he did 80 super flexes. He got 3 of them to finals. He did like 10 over here on Drafters. He got 1 at number 60. He knows ball. In the big board on Underdog last year, he got 4th. Like he is very knowledgeable. He's been doing this for a while. He is good people. They have all kinds of stuff over there. They're fun. They do Best Ball Jeopardy. If you never watched it, it's fun if you're an addict like me. Yeah, they're awesome.
All right, so here's the link, guys. Go click that link and put hashtag Disco Raid. Let's go raid him. Show him some love, even though he doesn't need the raid because his show looks like it's doing really well. We're still going to show some support, and we're going to go rock out. If you guys are not subscribed to my friend Who Hames, please fix your life. Sleazebomb was on earlier. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Sleazebomb, and please go subscribe to Fanspeak Network as well. I'm Disco. This was Big Draft Energy. This was Superflex, and I'm looking forward to getting back to my comfort level. Potentially tomorrow, might do a little bit more Superflex. We'll figure out. Wait, how many likes are we at? Before I go, 32. Okay, close. Guys, I appreciate you so much from the bottom of my heart. I will do something special for you guys on Friendship Friday. All right, I got you guys. Until next time. Peace, which is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time here on the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, or 5 p.m. Eastern time on Who Hames channel or Sleazebomb's channel.